It's Sue Greenwald here with Awakened Story. Here with... You didn't know I was an opera singer.
We all know now.
I'm here with King Smarty. Hey, Smarty, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How you doing, young lady?
I'm doing good, doing good. Oops,
Good,
gotta
good,
shut my
good.
mouth now.
Right.
Okay, do you have any announcements you want to start off with, or should we just go right into the Q&A?
Let's go into the Q&A and get more people to participate and do their we'll answer their questions.
Okay.
Every time we stop these interviews, everybody has more questions. So
It will
I'll
never end.
right. We'll update things as we go.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and start with the Q&A.
Okay. So you just put out a post, I think it was this morning, about Trump holding a meeting in Iceland, the 20th, which is like 2 days from now, through whatever,
Right.
to talk about Nasara Gassara. And then, so that was one question. I want to talk about that. And part two is there was something like either 42 or $24 billion missing. People are
Yeah, well,
aware of that. Like, is anything being done with it, I guess, is the question.
That's what was used to fund all of the secret, not so secret genocide. Um, they used all of those monies, if you would, to fund everything that they got going on over there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hidden things that these authorities have been doing. So it's all being exposed, and that was a part of it. Because now everybody's questioning where the fuck is the money.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of change. It's not like $50, you know?
Right.
Yeah. If you were working at a job and your cash register was missing $50, you'd be fired.
Yeah, you'll be fired and press charges on.
Yeah. So
And
billions of dollars missing, which we already know the bad guys have taken it. But I just want to make sure that that's pointed out and they're brought to justice in some fashion. They
oh
will.
well, that's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Yep.
I also posted yesterday the question, what's the rules? What's our rules of engagement? And I've already told everybody, right? So our rules of engagement is expose them all, put it out there front and center, allow them to attack us for it,
Right.
and then we get to eliminate them. That's
Right.
literally what we're doing.
Right. Okay, because so to reiterate that, when people are attacked, when things are attacked, that just shows what's happening. It exposes the bad guys so the good guys can clean it all up.
That's right. That's right. And in our case, every time Dad tells us to work on something and we work on it, immediately during or after B gets hit, and you witnessed it.
Yeah,
So every time we're working on different things and we're getting ready to pop or heal something or move things or change something, they literally hit B with whatever they got.
right.
Then I have to clear him up, go after the attacker, and then finish the job because that's what they were trying to prevent in the first place.
Right.
Normally, they would successfully kill one of the humans doing this type of things.
Right.
In our case, they can't kill us. So once they hit B, since they can't hit me, I rapidly repair him, replace him, and then boom, we get it done.
Yeah.
So that's what they didn't understand and they're not aware of.
Right.
So the more and more they attack, the more we get to eliminate. The lighter the planet becomes because the darkness are being removed that way.
Right. And you can feel it. Like a lot of times it feels real heavy, like we're moving through sludge. And then the next day, bing, everyone's happy again. It's awesome.
Right. So
Yeah.
you ever had a situation where you can feel the tension in the air?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the whole planet was like a few years ago. Now it's super light where the planet is vibrating at a high state, so high that all of this bullshit is fading away, and the little minions running around doing what they're doing are now the ones being eliminated.
Right.
Once we get rid of all of those little minions because the upper echelon, if you would, was decapitated, removed, and sent to, wherever Daddy had us send them
Right,
to.
right,
The whole planet will be in a golden age, like we all heard about.
right, right. So, we're seeing like conflicting things with Trump, a lot of good stuff, and then a few bad things. So we've got two Trumps out there minimally, there might be more, and we
It's
don't,
so obvious. It's so
yeah,
obvious.
yeah. So there's one guy that's putting out what we want to hear, good Trump. Then we hear the guy that's doing the opposite, bad Trump. Okay, so
Right.
people
And
like, yeah, go
right.
ahead.
And because of certain cabal players still in control of certain media outlets, they post the bullshit.
Yeah, yeah,
Then they get people roused up, and um they, whatever they feed off of, the loose or the anger or blah 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 blah, they consume it. However, that was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 2 years ago. Even now we're at a state where, yeah, no, that's not happening. Let's go ahead and change that. And we do. So all of their attempts to harness their ways of harnessing our fears and loosh and anger and torture and all those different types of ways they were doing what they were doing to us is now come to an end.
yeah.
And that's what the whole golden age is about, because none of that will exist anymore.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very.
So basically, we've been our consciousness level has been raised numerous times this year, numerous, like a couple hundred, let's just say. So
Right.
we're like learning, learning, learning. And when we see truth out there, that's a foundation for a higher consciousness. We learn more, another foundation. So we just are always expanding and we can feel it and see it now.
That's true. That's true.
So a lot of these things that are out there, I just wanted to point this out because people don't understand. They're there to expand the consciousness of everyone else and also to expose what's been going on. We had a comment about opening the containers the other day. Okay, like, and I know you've had to put that campaign out there on your channel a lot. So the shipping containers contain trafficked humans. We've known that for years and years and years. And the comment was like, doesn't anyone care? Well, yeah, and it's getting out there to the general public that doesn't know. So, like, we know,
Yeah.
okay, but they've got to know.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and it's funny. It's funny because a lot of people send me stuff not realizing I'm the fucking pioneer of this shit. Right. But it's people that I've been wanting to wake the fuck up for a long time.
Yeah.
And now whatever they find, they send it to me right away to take care of when I've already done it.
Yeah.
So I'll just say done anyway, right?
Yeah.
Because these people don't understand what I do, what I really do.
Right.
A lot of you guys and the Jedi's, y'all know what I can do and what I really do. Not everybody is fully aware, and there's still a lot of skeptics out there, which is cool. I don't care. Go back and look at all of the content and all of the stuff that I've been sharing with you guys, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that got an almost 100% accuracy rate. Right?
Well, most of those other intel providers have agendas. Okay, so they're putting out, let's just say 80% truth, 20% BS. But they want you to follow them. That's what they're after. They're there to grow their audience. They don't care whether it's really true or not. Or they might even think they're providing truth. I don't know. But
Right. Yeah, I accidentally, well, not accidentally, but I jumped on a call yesterday morning that nobody really knew about. And the first thing, not the first thing, but once I started talking about certain things, the guy started plugging in his thing like we need help, we need money, we need donations, and I'm like, oh, I need to go. You know what I mean? Because it was to fund what exactly?
Yeah.
Like, put your money where your mouth is. Don't just keep asking for
Yeah.
money and then nobody knows where the fuck it's going.
A lot of these channels ask for money and for their administration costs, and there are legit costs, okay, to having that. But I mean, it's not like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth, okay? So it just seems suspicious to me, but
Right. What do you call it? Zoom is only $45 a month.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you got, Zoom and other things, but I mean, it
Cell
does
phone,
add up.
a cell
But
phone and internet, $250 for all of it, right?
yeah, yeah, it's not hundreds of thousands,
Right.
Yeah.
I'll sell one of these coins and pay all of it, pay the bills and everything. And then turn around when these coins go into full circulation and fully come online, then you'll be able to cash it in for exactly what it's worth. So it's good to have them.
Yeah,
And why not? I mean, look at them. The rainbow coins. They're beautiful.
they're beautiful.
Everybody I showed them to, they love them. They're like, holy shit.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
say, yeah, it's real currency. Currency that's real. Energy's currency is real. Yeah.
That's so fun. I think it was last week you put out a video about biodomes under the ocean. So basically, there's a whole bunch of cities under there, humans living under there that don't realize that there's life up on the surface.
Right.
Then we saw a video about NASA, how they're really underwater. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about what's going on down in those cities? Like, do those people know about us guys on the surface? And are those underground or underwater cities, like, are they considered like inner Earth or any other district, or are they under our district umbrella?
If you're in this ocean, then you're under our district
Okay,
or in our district.
yeah.
There's many hidden cities in the oceans. A lot of them are mer people, and a lot of them are break off civilizations where certain groups decide to take things underground and then create a whole ecosystem of new people with some types of different formalities because that's just the way things evolve, right? Um, However, some of them do know about us and some of them don't.
Okay.
And this is why certain individuals are now going on missions to these different locations. Um, that being said, it's all going to be revealed, and you guys will have abilities to travel to them. I know for a fact that we will be connected to those underground cities right from here, where you'll be able to come here, visit, and then go shoom, take a portal or almost like a pod type system that's clear and it takes you right to it. A levitation platform comes out, you get on it, takes you right to it.
Wow.
So those things are already happening; they already exist, and this is going to be shown. It's going to be proven, and we lots of people will be able to visit. Not everybody at first, especially not all the skeptical people or people that haven't even raised their vibration. So, in order for you to visit these locations, you're going to have to educate yourself quickly on how us weirdos operate.
Well, all right. So let's say today I'm like, okay, I want to go to the city and I'm allowed. I get on the platform, I go down. Do they speak like our languages? Uh,
The
I,
same. It's just like going to a foreign country where some people speak English, some people speak, you know, mostly telepathic, depending on where you're going. And the faster our consciousness rises, the faster we'll be able to communicate telepathically and with simple hand gestures or looks and blah blah blah. But we do it already. We've been doing it as children with our
yeah,
parents,
yeah.
right? Your dad or your mom gives you a certain look, you know not to fuck around, right?
That is true.
So yeah, we're going to have all that. All it's going to be a smorgasbord of different things, and try not to be afraid because a lot of these different entities don't look so nice. However, they are benevolent.
We'll feel their energy though. We'll know by their energy.
Yeah, kind of like the magnet.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Like if your energy is not okay, if your energy is low vibrational, you cannot click and you cannot move into the higher dimensions or the higher realms or the higher places where energy is a
Right.
factor.
Right.
That's what I've been telling you guys. We recently had an event that just happened. I think it was either Monday or Tuesday. It was actually Tuesday. A gentleman comes in town, finds out about all this stuff, and immediately asks to be taken back to the airport. So that tells me that after he saw what he saw and found out what he found out and heard what he heard, he had to skate. He had to literally go because why? Because he was a part of the system and he thought he was going to come here to do certain things, and he found out that he will be in trouble if he stays. So he
Wow.
left.
Wow.
Not only did he leave, he got dropped off at the airport three hours before or 4 hours before his flight. The man was scared to death, and all pedophiles should be.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. So what's NASA doing in these underwater bases? Do they have some that are just their own? Are they trying to get artifacts? Are they like what are they doing down there?
I don't even think NASA's down there. NASA has its own facility with a big tank in it.
Okay. All right. Because I had heard years ago that they had found all these ruins off of Bermuda
Right.
and put a dome there, and they were like taking the artifacts, the statues, the this, the that. They were like basically they sucked all the water out of the dome, then they were taking the artifacts, cleaning them up.
Yeah, but that wasn't NASA. That was the military industrial complex.
Ah,
Right.
in my mind, they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah, you could say that. Well, in my mind, they're all cabal. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, there was this movie out called Fly Me to the Moon, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's about how they photographed the fake moon landing. All right. So I'm really excited. I'm like, wow, they're exposing it. They're going to tell us what happened.
Right.
Well, it was like 75%. It was an entertaining movie, but only 75% of the way there. You
Well,
know?
they they expose themselves by making you believe something that wasn't true.
Yeah.
I mean, who created NASA? Who created all these things? Who created the movies? A lot of it came from the Pentagon,
Yeah.
and they don't want you. They don't want people to know the truth.
Right.
They don't want their enemies to know the truth. And the only reason why you have enemies is because you're trying to do things that are ungodly. You don't control people. You don't keep them caged in because of borders. You don't let them travel because they don't have passports. Like what? Who
Yeah.
does this?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And
all I'm
now
saying,
it's become the norm, though. Look at even before a 9/11, we could get out, like we could have family members take us to the airport and walk right up to the gate with us, right? And we could hang out with them. I mean, it was just, I mean, there was no security or TSA. There was none of that. We just walked up to the gate. We'd hang out. I mean, it was much different than now. They treat you like a criminal,
all right.
right?
It
Horrible.
was uh, it was all designed by them. The whole MK Ultra bullshit.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm getting downloads. That's why, but don't
Yeah.
mind me.
Well, if you go face down, we're going to have to cut this off.
Right. It was designed to do all these things.
Yep.
That's one of the reasons why they let the serial killers run rampant, which were nothing but their own cabal members that they let run rampant, and then they create these fake court systems, and then they say that the person is going to jail for life, and then end up putting them somewhere else, living life of luxury.
Exactly.
So that's what's been happening, and it was designed to make it seem like these guys are really real. These is really happening. Protect this, protect that. Don't do this, don't do that. And all of a sudden, you got a bunch of scared fucking people that won't want to leave their house and won't even talk to their neighbors because the TV told you that don't trust nobody and this and that, blah blah blah. So that's why we're changing everything with the whole help someone today campaign,
Right, right. So,
bringing the communities together.
yeah, people like, I mean, we all like kind of use our phone, like, we talked about this last time, but people have got to get off their phones and look at the people across the table having dinner with them and have a conversation old school. Like when I work, I prefer to work face to face if I can with people rather
Right.
rather than, texting and electronic, because so much
Unless,
more is conveyed.
right, right, unless you're all working at the same time on the computer,
Yeah, yeah.
which
But
which is
it conveys emotion. Like you can get a lot of nonverbal information from someone. You build a relationship with them.
right, right.
Okay, off we go on a big tangent. Okay, FEMA camps or FEMA trucks, we'll call them, equipment in Michigan and Wisconsin. What's that about?
First of all, FEMA's finished. They're all being eliminated, hunted down, and some executed, which we already getting reports of.
Mhm.
All of the equipment, including locations, will be reformed, and they will be food banks. We're going to use them to hold storage food
Oh,
and storage food and storage equipment to help the people in all the different areas where those camps were at. I wouldn't worry about nothing. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it too much, only because if you're a Jedi and you're listening, you're going to reinforce what I just said. Everybody else, take a hike. We're working
right,
here.
right. Yeah, and a lot of us are working on projects to help like set the foundation for these projects now. So
Right,
yay. Yeah.
right. That's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. Not only for these, not only for that, but also when all the big stuff happening in the galactics and all this other shit, we're already going to have established events where you'll be able to meet and greet some of the people that coming from off planet.
Wow.
Yeah. So one of the biggest things to expect at some of these events as they grow are the chambers.
That's pretty exciting. That
Very
would be a
exciting.
reason to go. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Okay. We got a question which I find interesting. The question was, does NASA have a megalodon in captivity? A megalodon is the giant sharks. We know that they're down in the deep ocean, like super deep ocean. Do they have one in captivity?
No.
Okay. Boom. Okay. All right. Dee and I had done next topic. Dee and I had done a video Q&A video, and I asked her what's happening in the Uinta Basin, Colorado. And she said, that's a place where they found tons and tons of dinosaur bones and prehistoric artifacts, things like that. And she said they're looking for technology there. And the technology, whatever they're looking for, is going to open up more technology.
Mhm.
Just wanted to bring that to your attention to see if you're on top of that.
That's the arcs that we activated. JP and them call them arcs, but there's a whole bunch more of them all around the world that the U.S. military ain't aware of, and of course, if we want to place people, places, and objects in certain locations so that they can be discovered, to open up another can of whoop ass on the cabal, that's what we'll do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're aware of it. Check. Okay. She also talked about Skinwalker Ranch, how there's a ton of demons there. And we sent the 4 Kings there to scoop up some of those demons and get them out of there. But is there anything else we can do to clean that place up?
It's already happening.
Boom. Okay, that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So just wanted to bring it to your attention.
No, you told us about that, and we already took care of it.
Good, thank you.
There's a lot more than demons. You're talking about um um you remember the movie Men in Black, where
Yep,
they went into a portal or they went down an elevator and it opened up to a galactic transfer station?
yep.
It was something like that, but it was the dark ones. Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
they have one right. Well, they had one that right down the road. The
Did
white
they?
build, the white building with the green top on it. You go in the bottom, and it's all types of yeah.
Ooh, for the dark one.
I can see everything.
Okay, so you had talked about like last whatever we talked, that there was a lot of little seances around, that they were all trying to stop you and blah blah blah. You popped in on them and shut that down.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll just say that those people didn't need laxatives.
Okay. Okay. That's funny. Um,
The funny part of it all is that when everything is validated, y'all gonna be like, oh shit,
yeah.
this is y'all know it's for real because y'all, especially y'all that successfully taking the Jedi training serious and moving energy and healing
Yep.
people, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know it's serious. You just don't know how serious it is. That's why I love it because I toy with them, and it's like once your number is up, you done. Go ahead and throw whatever you want at us because your ass is done. When Daddy says it's time, you gone.
All right. All right.
You
Okay.
gone.
For the full moon, we've been told all of our lives that the full moon, makes people crazy. They do erratic things. The police departments are busy, the hospitals are busy. And I think it's actually that the parasites in our bodies wake up and they're more active and it causes people's erratic behavior. Is that a true thing, the parasite theory, or does the full moon truly activate us in some unusual way?
Both can be a factor, but the real problem is because everybody's been told that the moon does this. That's what they believe.
Yeah, yeah,
Just like when you're told a hurricane is coming from way the fucking West
yeah.
Bubblefuck. Y'all believe it, but y'all don't see it, but y'all believe it, and because y'all believe it,
It's created.
it's created. Right.
Right. Okay. So the full moon does not affect us. It doesn't affect the tides. It just provides ambient light.
That's it.
Okay.
And the fact that it's not even a fucking moon, the
Yeah.
fact that it's nothing but a spaceship anyway,
Yeah.
like what is hello? I mean,
Okay. So I think it was last night you had the moon bouncing around. You want to talk about that?
well, what you're calling the moon is nothing but a giant spaceship that has been commandeered by the angelic forces and the galactics and some of us, mainly myself. So that's why I was joking around, asking everybody if you want to make it, if you want to see it go up and bounce around or up and down, is because we can just go and that shit will go up and down. You see what our spacecrafts are doing now in the skies, right?
Yeah, they're having fun.
Okay. Everybody's warning you guys. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people telling you guys that we're here. Some of them are not even real people, but they're telling the truth that we are here. We are in your skies. We are this, we are that. right? And it's true. We are here.
Okay.
The light
So,
forces.
so basically light forces have commandeered what we're calling the moon because it's just easy to call it that. Okay.
Right.
So, the people that are imprisoned on the moon, still imprisoned or freed?
Only if you're cabal.
Boom. Okay. All right. We had a question about, the DUMBs, the deep underground military bases. You've been clearing out the kids, and the question was, are there still spirits of those kids down in the DUMBs?
No.
Okay, so they're
I'm
clean and clear.
yes, and I'm gonna give you the answer, a more in-depth answer where you can see if you can. What happens is we go into these dumbs, if you would. We see what we got to see. We take the children, and that means the essence, energy. If they have blood, adrenal chrome, we take all of it. We literally reform what it needs to be reformed, and then we sent it off. Some of the children that are not so badly damaged can go either back to home to where they came from, um, to the ships for healing and training, and some, unfortunately, we have to send to dad. So we don't leave nothing behind, none of their souls, none of their essence, none of that. And because they are souls and essence, energy, consciousness, we can do these things with them. So it's what's happening is something out of a fucking sci-fi movie. However, it's not sci-fi, it's sci-fax, or even if that's a word, right? I just made the shit up.
I like it.
I like it too. It's a t-shirt now. Sci-fax.
Yeah, I'm writing it down because I got to use it for something.
I already see it. So the next video is going to say sci-fax.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So what that means is once we take your consciousness, your body, your vessel, we can either repair it, send you back to your parents, repair it, put you on the ship for training, experience the medical beds, not medical beds, excuse me, experience the chambers, and then after that, then whatever happens next is what dad wants to happen. Now, if you remember, in the beginning of all of the satanic Israeli genocide stuff and how they kept on bombarding and hitting and killing children nonstop, that's what was happening to those children as well. Those children, dad decided to allow them to come back, or allow them to be snatched up, the dead ones, mind you, allow them to be snatched up, reformed into soldiers, and brought right back in. That's literally what happened. The evidence will be shown that that is very true. That's what happens. Okay. All of the other ones that didn't decide or dad didn't allow, both are now either safe and sound, waiting to come back after the fact, because the chamber will bring everybody back when they choose to, or when dad allows. There's two factors there. You have to choose and dad has to approve.
Right.
So that's what's been happening in the tunnels and in all of these war-stricken locations around the world. And the ones that are doing it are losing their lives, they're losing their essence, consciousness, all of it. What that means is that they're literally being formed into pebbles and be put on a pile of pebbles that will stay there for eternity, where you have the abilities to think, see, not too much see, but think and just be. No hands, no legs, no nothing. Just sit there in your misery for eons. It can be eons, 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 where you'll never ever to reform into a human, into a vessel again.
Right.
So it gets real deep, and people don't understand none of this shit because nobody's teaching them it. How do you how do you how do you how do you teach something like this nobody knows about?
Yeah. Everything we've been taught is so wrong. It's like, it's like the scope of that is so much bigger than we even thought a year ago, right? It's
Right.
just, but, so you talked about the war zones have also been clean and cleared. How about the war zones like 100 years ago, 500 years ago, whatever? Have those been cleaned up as well?
Yeah, it's all been a process of elimination, if you would.
Okay.
Those same players are the ones that kept on using their advanced technology to come back and forth, like I just explained.
Yep.
However, that's been cut off. They actually had spawning type chambers where they would die, they would go into the chamber and re-come out and keep going at it. So years ago, we had to take out those devices that allowed them to teleport back into their body and then come back.
Right.
There are stories in some of the secret space programs where they send these super soldiers on missions, and then when they fail the mission by being killed, they wake up in their original body. As a matter of fact, it was shown in the movie um, Avatar.
Yeah.
Remember the movie Avatar? How
Yeah.
some of the people died and then they ended up in the ship after they killed the blue guy.
Yeah.
So that's literally what happens. Your original vessels go out there. In this case, because they're different, your vessel goes out, you get blown to pieces, and then you get respawned and come out again and continue to do what you're doing, kind of like the Matrix. Um, so that being said, all of those fancy gadgets and technology, I've been wiping out for the last 8 years, and we've been commandeering it all. And a lot of it is nothing but um, advanced technology that the world has don't even have a clue about,
Right.
and it's been used against us.
So what you're saying, these time travel devices and the spawning, the regeneration technology has been taken away from the bad guys.
Right?
Right. Now, is there a group monitoring time travel?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, okay. Because I'm assuming that throughout history, people have been willy-nilly going back and forth in time, and of course
True.
it's been changing. That's messed up the timeline, blah, 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 blah. And then now
That's true.
you're going and taking the time travel stuff from the bad guys. Okay. So are the messes that they've made out there or back then or whatever, are they still what's the word? Valid? Are they still in play or have they been dissolved and eliminated? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I know exactly what you're trying to say. What's happening is only certain things were allowed to take place. That being said, as they went back and forth in time and fucked up a couple of things, Dad only let them do so much.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when they did do some of these things, we were there the whole time watching them. What that means is every time and every moment that they did some of the things that we did, I myself or one of my crew members were there watching the whole thing. And especially Dad, he's the creator of it all, right?
All right.
Mind you, that's literally what I've been doing myself. Going in and out of portals, popping up here, popping up there, teleporting space time dimension, and eliminating them.
Right.
And then just like the Men in Black movie, we would mind wipe some of them so that they wouldn't know what the fuck just took place. About 6 or 7 years ago, probably like six, maybe like 6 or 5 years ago. That's literally what we did to the entire planet because they never did the RV. So we went back in time and we fixed it and changed it, and now you're going to have an RV. You're going to have so many things because of what I've been doing. Do I do I do I care if people believe it or not? Absolutely not. It's going to be shown. I'm talking about all the stuff that we've been doing. Some of the stuff I'm giving you in the last couple of interviews, I've never talked about yet, or I haven't, especially in public. So,
So you're telling me you went back in time to make sure they did whatever they did to make sure the RV happened. Plus you blew up several planets, I guess, last week to make sure that the RV happened.
yeah.
Whoa.
And you know, they all know and see this happening by the second. They monitor me, they watch everything, they take photos, they follow me down the fucking road, they do all of it. You think I care? Absolutely not. And because of my transparency with everybody around me, anything that they attempt to do is just falls away by the wayside because I'm operating in truth and I'm being honest with everything and everyone, right? So there's nothing that you can do to stop what we're doing. Nothing at all. And they all know it because they're witnessing the shit that I'm doing. They even got me on videotaping some of these locations. How the fuck did I get there if I'm sitting on my couch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. One time me and B was in the Pentagon running around, lights was going on, and they got us on film. And I literally stopped like this. True story.
Oh, that is fabulous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, listen,
Wow.
I be wanting to eliminate them fuckers like a bad habit, and Dad is the one that keeps saving them. You know, I wanted to do some stuff today, and Dad told me no. So
Wow.
I guess I want to do things my way, and I know that's not the right way to do it. But at least he does let me evaporate folks here and there.
I think we all like that, like we want to do it our way at our speed, the way it occurs, but there's always a bigger plan, and that's the problem. We like to think that we know best. We
Right,
don't. We don't.
right. And that's the good. I'm glad you brought that up because I'm there with you guys, right?
Yeah.
I want to see this shit happen like yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, I shed tears when I see babies in pain and shit like that over there and what they're doing here with the abortions and all the crazy shit, right? And I shed tears with you guys, but however, I have to allow the process so that everybody sees what we've been dealing with. And since I'm the main player and I can't be altered, compromised, killed, etc., 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 I'm going to be here for a very long time, moving into a position and forming the kingdom that everybody was been waiting for. So it's a real thing.
So even if you told us in specific what you did 5 or 6 years ago when you went back in time, we wouldn't even remember it. We wouldn't know what you're talking about, right?
Only if you were there. Only if you were there.
Wow.
And only if you were there, or only if it was actually captured on video. That's the only way. However, we do have technology that monitors everything we do as well, and it will be shown to y'all. You ever watch that cartoon, Johnny Quest? I think it's Johnny Quest.
Like way back in the 70s or whatever?
Well, you see that little drone type thing that was always floating behind him and shit.
Yeah.
We got those too. They're very real. That's actually what you're seeing in the skies. Those round ones. I told y'all that we got them everywhere. They monitor everything everywhere across the entire universe.
Wow. Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. All right.
Yep. It's all happening. It's all coming out. You know, I know. You know, we're days away from 12/12. I'm, you know, even if it feels like nothing's happening, Dad says it's a big day, so we'll see what happens.
Right. It's one day Okay, so everybody is to stay home quietly with their family unless they're essential workers or anything. So just take the day off. Suck it up for one day. All right.
Yeah,
And like we had talked about this last time, if our families don't believe us, there may be something preventing them from going to work or whatever they're going to do. Because a lot of them don't seem to believe us. Yeah.
that's all right. That's all right. Look, I learned the hard way to do what daddy wants you to do.
Yeah.
Because when you do what daddy wants you to do, you see the results of it. And that's why I say a lot of people have that Jonah and the whale effect going on,
Yeah.
where you're being told what to do, not only just by me, but daddy himself is telling
Yeah.
you to do it.
Yeah.
And you don't do it, and then you, fuck, I should have did this. Something was telling me,
Well,
something was telling me to do this, and something was telling me to do that. Well, that something was dad, and you didn't do it, and now this is the results that you got for not doing it. The cool thing about dad is that he already knew, and he already knew that you'll get around to doing it after kicking yourself in the ass a couple times.
yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we have to learn the harder way. I mean, I'm not perfect. I still make the mistakes. I know it's shocking, but
Hey,
um,
me too.
throughout my life, I've gotten better and better and better at recognizing the signs. Okay. And I used to like piss and moan a little bit, kick and like, oh, that's not what I'm going to do, blah, blah, blah. And then I do it anyways. Okay. But now I'm at the point where once I get it, I kind of move a little faster. So I'm starting to get it. Not perfect, but I'm getting there. And what we want is everyone to tune in to daddy, like directly. And so we often get comments about you, like they think all this is coming from you personally, the human. Okay. So
Wait, who's human? I'm not human.
but we have to like we have the visual, right? You're not what we're expecting. All right. And how is he making this shit up?
Yeah, I was just talking to one of my brothers that was
Yeah,
here this morning,
yeah.
and he said we were discussing about all this wild stuff and how I look, and then I'm literally working on the free energy device for the car, right? Because I got the other pieces to complete it, and I'm sitting there doing this and doing that. He's like, "Man, this is crazy," and I says, me and him at the same time says, "Yeah, the perfect disguise," and we just started cracking up.
Yeah, it is. I just got chills. It is a perfect disguise. Yeah,
Oh man. So
yeah,
yeah, it's been a wild ride for myself. And in the beginning I was,
yeah.
I didn't want to be ridiculed and talked all this crazy shit about, you know, different name callings and all that stuff. But you can't change the facts. My IQ is over 250 documented. Everything that I'm saying is 99.99% accurate. And the abilities that I've successfully trained y'all to do for free, y'all doing it. So, in other words, I literally taught y'all how to defeat me if I was dark, right? If I wasn't who I say I was,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just taught y'all how to defeat me.
Okay.
Plus, I do one more thing. I do know for a fact that those that take on this type of role and abilities and all that, and you start to deceive people and you start to lie about certain things, those abilities will be taken from you too. Then you'll be begging the darkness to give you those abilities back. And then when they do give you those abilities back, then I got to come get your ass. It's a true story.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, let me ask a question. What is the best way for us guys, not you, to fight a demon? What's the best way to fight a demon?
well, the best way is to know that they exist, and they do. This the other thing to understand is you have to be able to see them too. So constantly ask that to show you them, and he will. Then the next thing would be to just hit them with so much heavy love and light energy that it literally bursts. That's why I'm always posting those little Dragon Ball Z's where you sending off energy, because that's literally what I do. I'll look at one and I'll just be like, pow, and it
Well,
literally splurts.
you said what I wanted you to say, which is send love and light. Okay,
Yeah,
so if we send hate and fear and anger and all the dark feelings, that just feeds them.
yeah, and then you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, and that's not only you, because if you have somebody sitting right next to you that's doing these things and that's at a low vibrational state and this and that and constantly drinking and smoking and all the bullshit, right? All the dark shit, because you can have a good time and not be dark, right? But if you're doing it because it's a bad habit or because you need to, or that's a whole different ball game.
Right.
You have to elevate yourself from all that. Otherwise, it's you'll be in the same cycle of bullshit.
Right.
So you gotta pay attention to that too. So when you're doing clearings on yourself and your surroundings, make sure everybody that comes through your door is clean. Period. I like to put chokers on people.
Love and light chokers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I put them on them, and then when they do things that aren't of the light, it does that the dog bark thing.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
tightens in on them.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they don't wake up in the morning.
Okay. Okay. Um, Secret Space Program / Space Force. Okay. They're putting out disclosure now. So we're getting disclosure out there. Theirs is slightly different than what you've been telling us. And I know they're under your command, but can you tell us what the discrepancy is from?
The discrepancy is that they want to steer the narratives.
They want control.
I'm going to give you full disclosure, and they're helping me, not realizing their dumbasses are helping. You know,
Okay.
you know, right after we did some of the last interviews is why all the shit is happening, right?
You can
Because
feel it.
yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's watching these videos. Don't pay attention to those numbers down there, because right now in the Pentagon, they're watching this shit live right now. Okay, not only in the Pentagon, over there in fucking
Israel.
Mount Shasta, Israel, every fucking body. The
Yeah.
Russians, they're all watching this shit.
Oh,
Don't let people tell you I ain't what I am. Period. Don't let it happen, because everybody's gonna be embarrassed, especially those. And the last time I checked, there's no disease for foot and mouth. There's no cure for foot and mouth disease.
Yeah.
I get so excited, I'll be mixing words up. I know it happens. It happens a lot. Who gives a shit?
Okay. Okay. So it appears that Biden, there was a little bit of tomfoolery with Biden, and it was implied that he might have been faking his dementia. Okay. And I know there was multiple Bidens and blah blah blah. We don't really care about that so much, I don't think. But my question is, what if he pardoned the bad guys? Doesn't matter.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. And this is what I've been trying to tell y'all. We do know that there is military operations. We do know that certain key figures were faking their roles because the original figures were dead. We do know that a specific someone has been throwing everybody under the bus. I've been telling y'all, right? We do know all of these different things um, are happening, and there's no way around it. That being said, they will do what dad tells them to do. By meaning dad, I mean, whatever comes out of this mouth that comes from dad, you're going to do it. Whether you believe it or not, you're going to do it. even when you disagree, you're disagreeing because there's something that you're going to do that's going to allow me to do what I do.
All right.
You want to play 5D chess? We're gonna play 200D chess. Let's go.
Wow.
Oh, not to mention I got my own money already. So what do I need them for?
That's great. Awesome. Okay. New question. Meat eating animals. What will they eat in the future? Like we're going to go through the chambers and we're going to be vegetarians / we might not even choose to eat. Okay. What about animals?
That's something that's normal for animals. We're not fucking animals.
Okay.
So in other words, a lion will continue to eat what lions eat.
Okay.
Right? Unless we unless dad wants us to change that, but that's natural, that's nature. What they've been doing to us is not natural. That's why we've been taught to eat meat, because it's got protein and all this other shit. And next thing you know, because we eat meat, now they can feed us ourselves and not know about it, which is why people have Coon's disease, if you would, right? And did I even say that shit right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we know that like I think Hillary Clinton had that, right?
That's from eating flesh, yes.
Yeah.
And there's no cure for it. However, I do have an elixir, and the elixir will remove that traces, the coon's trace and the stuff from the people's bodies. Now, if you went to McDonald's and you ate all the humans in McDonald's, and you did, you can't say you didn't because they were feeding it to us, right? After you done all that, you still have traces of people's bodies in your
Oh.
system.
Oh.
Okay. Now, the cool part about this new elixir that I'm getting ready to drop, it removes that from you. It literally goes into the body, harnesses it, and takes it out of the body, right through the urine or from the, when you use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing. Now, it will not work for people that when the people that were purposely, or should I say, yeah, purposely eating children.
All right.
Knowingly and purposely, right?
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah.
It won't work for y'all. Y'all dead. Y'all done.
Yeah.
No, there's no cure.
So basically, those that have mistakenly eaten human flesh, like say McDonald's, biggest one, they'll be given an elixir, but how will they get it is my question.
I'm about to put it online.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh. So, all right, let's just ask this question then. Let's say they're still eating McDonald's. They might have seen the report about the human meat in McDonald's and they didn't believe it. They didn't care. They didn't this, they didn't that. Okay. The elixir will still work, but they really need to stop eating McDonald's.
Yeah, well, once is super widely known, they will stop eating McDonald's, and then they will find out about this elixir.
Blue elixir. Okay. What other stuff will this blue elixir do for people? I think I need a
Uh,
bottle just in case.
increase, well, you can be one of the guinea pigs. I got some
Okay.
here now.
Oh,
I'm actually my own guinea pig, so it's cool. It has stuff for weight loss, ability enhancements, energy. Um, it's got so many wonderful things in it, including what's it called? Methylene blue. So it's got all types of good stuff in it, and it will do exactly what it's supposed to do: enhance your frequencies, enhance your abilities, and I mean abilities. Kind of like what we were called crazy for. Um, enhance all that, remove those type of diseases from the body, and fully activate the brain.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the blue elixir. It's going to do tremendous things for you. And I recommend you guys buying this shit like it's the thing you want the most.
When will that be like live on your website? Like how soon will that be coming out?
I can actually put it on there tonight or now, but I'm just not ready for it.
Okay, okay. Wow, okay. So, all right, like let's say someone hasn't eaten McDonald's in say 30 years or more, but they have occasionally eaten meat. There's still that danger you're eating the wrong meat. Now, if you buy meat, you could muscle test or
Right.
use the pendulum. Is this type of chicken? Is this kind of beef? Blah, blah, blah. Pork. Again, we know pork is very close to human, so don't do it. But you can muscle test whether or not it's consumable, right?
Right. And the reason why stuff like this is important is because you have those receptors in the body that hold information, and humans and meats are information that stick to the body. So unfortunately, we all have it, right? So we have to we
Wow.
have we have to get rid of it.
Wow.
Um, you know, for me, I was immune to all this stuff because of what I can do and how I can, change the atoms and change my blood type and change all these different things that Dad showed me I can do.
Yeah.
So I don't really have those type of issues where I can just clear myself and do all that fun stuff. Not everybody's like me, so that's why people even died, right? Because you're you're not like most of us or some of us, where you can't be killed no matter what. However, the vessel can be compromised, and that's how they've been doing it.
Okay.
It says in the Bible, "Do not consume flesh." So those of us that believe in Dad and God and Jesus and all that stuff, right? We didn't want to eat nobody. So what they do? They
Trick.
grinded up the missing children and then fed it to us. And that alone went against Dad. We went against what Dad wanted us to go. We went against it all, not realizing that that's what we were doing.
Right.
And then you wonder why people are fat, dumb, controllable, etc. Because you guys is eating all this shit that was processed in the lab, mixed with fucking human remains, and you know, you got all of these different types of fucking bullshit in your food where they're banned everywhere else. So we need these type of things. We need all of the supplements that we're producing right now.
And also we know that, there's human pieces in anything that says natural ingredients, like Doritos is a good example. Doritos, don't eat them. Pepsi products, they have natural flavorings in them, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
aborted
you
baby
might,
tissue.
what's that?
I said, yeah, aborted baby tissue.
Yeah. So you might avoid, say, McDonald's, but you might have had a bag of Doritos, whatever. So, okay. So let's say we buy this elixir, like it comes in a bottle, it's liquid, I assume. Will one serving knock it out, or should we take the whole bottle, or what's
You
the
got Yeah, you gotta do at least 2 to 3 drops every morning for maybe a month or so. But if there's so many other benefits, you just want to keep it around.
cool? Okay.
Yeah,
And obviously, when we go through the chambers, it's a non-issue.
right.
But we're here now, and obviously our consciousness will raise faster and higher if our body is light, fit, and healthy. All
Right.
right. So for those people that are sitting around on their couch with bad habits, don't do that because yeah, the chambers are coming, but you still got to live to get into the chambers.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true. And the oils that I'm dealing with, they're crystalline. oils. They're crystalline based. Literally, just because it looks like a bottle of oil don't mean there ain't no crystals in it.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well, that sounds really exciting. That's going to be crazy helpful.
yeah, and if you listen to some of these secret space programs interviews, and there's a lot of them out there, if you haven't had time to research them, they talk about taking these certain types of pills or elixirs or supplements to able to go through a certain location because your body won't vibrate the way that it should in order for you to get to that other location.
Right.
Same thing with your consciousness and your energy field. If you're constantly thinking about, terrible things and why shit don't go my way and this person did that to me and that person did this to me and I can't get past all of this stuff and I'm working paycheck to paycheck and blah 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 blah. Your reality looks cloudy, thunderstorms, rain all fucking day. Bunch of bullshit happening nonstop. Now, when you think in positives and man, this is so wonderful. This happened to me, but I'm letting it go because it's the right thing to do. I'm not going to let this hold me down. I forgive the situation. Oh, that's a beautiful thing over there. Look at that. That's fantastic. So now you're in a reality where you got clouds and rainbows and butterflies because you're thinking differently. And you yourself can manifest the reality you want around you. So don't blame somebody for you having to deal with the shit you're having to deal with. So change that. If you want to see change, change the way you think. Start researching things about frequencies and healing and natural stuff. Because once you do all that, then you're going to find out everything circle back to me.
All right. All right. All right.
That's
Wow.
just that's just facts. There's no ego there. It's the truth. Like, why would I lie? I'm the one that can do everything for you guys, and I'm doing it without even thinking about it. Remember, I told you years ago I heal people that I don't even want to fucking heal.
Yeah.
That's because I have to. I'm built this way.
Yeah.
I'm hardwired to constantly work to flip this world right side up, and I love doing it. I get a kick out of you know, people being healed and all of the different reports. I got so much healing under my belt. I'm fucking the champion of this shit. Right. And I do it so fast where I wouldn't even charge nobody for a blessing or a healing or none of that. Right. And then I've taught you guys how to do it. So now you guys are running around doing what I taught y'all to do. And we're not being paid for it because it's the right thing to do. And that's what makes what we're doing so valuable. That's what makes me what I am, who I am. Um, it's just going to get bigger and better and faster and just so many wonderful things. I literally saw the entire place, crystalline structures and the animals running around, dolphins and whales coming up and letting kids pet them. Wild stuff, beautiful stuff.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Very.
Awesome. Will animals be restored and come back as well?
Yes, if they choose to.
Okay. Yeah.
Every living thing has a consciousness and can decide. Every living thing.
Okay. That's perfect. All right. Now we talked last time about the Donkey Kong Mario Brothers game. We're on level 12, trying to get to level 13, and we've been coming back and back and back. And so the past iterations we failed. In last video, you said it's because we left children in the tunnels.
On the ground, yeah. All the stuff that the reptilians been doing, all of the hoarding and the stealing and the children and off planet stuff.
Yeah.
That's mainly what we came back to do.
Okay.
Which was the reason why I came back then and told you guys not to touch the children. I've been saying it back then. I'm saying it now.
Now,
Don't touch the fucking children.
The last iterations that we came back, did we know the kids were down there?
We had an idea, but everybody was oblivious to it because they just wanted to excel.
Okay.
Meaning everybody that's working on these cool different things, they knew of it, but they were ignorant to it, and they didn't stop. They didn't drop everything to address it like the way we're doing it now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. We were excited about the stuff we're gonna do rather than cleaning up all the corruption and evil.
Right. Right.
All right. Interesting to know.
Yeah.
All right. Who are the Rainbow Troops?
Well, that's me and my guys.
All right.
333.
We've seen a lot of them out in the sky lately, flying around.
Yeah, those crystalline ships that I talked about, that's where we come out of.
Yeah.
There's only one way in them, and
Teleportation.
teleportation, right?
Right.
So that's us. The rainbow race, the rainbow warriors. There's many different names that they called us. The Indians knew us as the rainbow warriors. And it's basically crystalline. That's why I say not all angels have wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So that's us.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
And you'll get to meet us in person shortly.
Even better. Even better. Yeah. Awesome.
Not only that, y'all going to get to meet Daddy shortly too.
I don't even know what to say to that. I told you I met some people in Mount Shasta.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really go into detail on that, but I felt the energy and I couldn't even get a coherent word out. Okay. So it's going to probably be like that. And I always used to make jokes long ago. If you met Jesus, what question would you ask? And it's like, how could you? You can't even ask a question. Because it's so mind blowing, right?
You'll be stuck with more questions.
Yeah, I got a whole list of questions.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. It's so fun. It's so fun. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Blue rays coming from the TV, phone, and computer screens. Are those cleaned up, or what could we easily do to balance them, correct them?
What you can do is go to the website and get this sticker here.
Okay.
You can barely see it, but it's the holographic EMF charging sticker.
Okay.
It's the clear ones. Once you get these, you put them behind the your TV screen, and it neutralizes anything blue rays coming off of
All right.
coming off of the screens.
You could do that for your phone, computer, and TV.
Right. So it's on my phone as a Wi-Fi battery booster and fast charger, and also a Wi-Fi extender. However, it also eliminates the Blu-ray coming from the cell phones too.
Cool.
The blue screen. What did Jack call it? SVO40.
Yeah. As SV40, I think it was, right?
SV40, something like that. Yeah.
And you had created a hollow, so there is a free hollow on the website / Bubble.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, years ago. Years ago. As a matter of fact, on the Real Truth Call, there was a young lady who had the school full of well, she had a classroom full of children that had Down syndrome, I believe. And she asked for something, and I told her to use the super blue.
Right.
So she took the super blue stickers. Actually, at that time, I just had given them for free, put them on the website, told people what to do.
Yeah.
The instructions are still on my website, by the way. It's easy.
Yeah.
Print it out, put it on photo paper, laminate it to keep it protected. So she did that and she made them small. She made small little ones, and put them underneath everybody's chair in the classroom. That changed the frequency and the vibration of the children because you got a pocket of energy changing it, changing the environment, right? So, and then the children sitting on it. So what does that do to the body? The cool part is that that same sticker, which is these evolved from all of that research and development that I was doing live, right? That same super blue and these stickers, you can put them right on the fucking light bulb here, and it'll do the same thing as a UV red screen or blue. I mean LED lights, the red ones that Jack was talking about. Remember that video where they changed the light bulbs and everybody started calming down the children and all that?
Yeah.
Same thing, and you can get it for free right now.
Yeah.
So the work that I've been doing, there's nobody can pay me for this shit, is what I'm saying. And I've already done it. Now it's time to educate the people.
Yeah.
That's what Dad told me to do. Is you done everything? Just educate everybody now. That's what I'm doing. I'm educating y'all. Y'all want to change the environment in your house? Go get some free fucking stickers. Not stickers, some free downloads, or buy the stickers to support me. Put them on your fucking light. Turn the light on and float your ass away to where the fuck you want to go.
Well, so these are sheets of hollows. So we call these hollows. Okay, there's one hollow. That's a one, and then this somebody put like 9 per sheet. But there's one with like 700 or 800 on the sheet. But I get I print them and I put them in a baggie because it's laminate. I have a laminator, but that's a project. So and what I did, my daughter's a teacher, so I sent her the hollows with 780 things on it to tape under the kids' stools.
Yep.
Okay. And so you could do that yourself around your own home, like tape it under the kitchen table, under your bed, under your chair. So you don't even have to look at them if you don't want.
That's right. That's right. And the cool thing about all of my stuff is that I'm the designer of it. Actually, Dad is the designer of it, but he's the one that's showing me exactly what to do. So yes, I can take a piece of paper, or in this case, a table mat like this, right? Hit this table mat with all the frequencies that I've been harnessing throughout the years. Put all the frequencies in it. Once you put your food and cups and everything on it, you now have a super meal or a super food just by doing that.
Right. Right.
And if I can do it to a piece of paper, what makes you think I can't do it to anything else?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
That is a great tip. So that's the EMF protection clear sticker.
Yeah.
And so you can get that on the website, or you can go on the website and get super blue.
Yep, for free.
Okay. You can't beat that. So like for these that I've got here, I went to Walgreens and printed these for like, I'm gonna say it was like 20, I don't even remember, 20 cents, 15 cents a sheet. Okay.
Yeah.
So I might spend $2 to $5 every time I get a new idea.
That's right. That's right.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
It's nothing. It's free. It's basically free.
Yeah.
I do have some other super blue stickers, which I call create physical matter, and they're 2-inch stickers, and those are available for purchasing. And the same deal with those. Those stickers actually help you manifest reality around you.
Yeah.
So if you have a work environment that sucks beyond sucking, right? you can you can put these stickers all up in your fucking cubicle, whatever you call it, and it changes the vibrations of everything.
Yeah.
Just like the pendulum ball and all these different devices up here.
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of up here. All of these devices change environment.
Yeah.
Change everything. The pyramid. The pyramid literally changes, right? The pyramid literally changes the atmosphere. If they do a chemtrail over me right now, that shit is going like this because it's designed to do it. And that's what I was going to say. I see the energies. I can place the frequencies into it, and I can program it the way that I want it to be programmed because it's all right here. That's what you call a true connection to a creator, Dad. And that's what the entire planet is going to be like once we fully connect ourselves to Dad. All of the cool technology and all of the spacecrafts and all the stuff that you see outside and floating in the sky, we have a true connection to Dad. Why we can do things that you would think is impossible. Not you, in general. Y'all would think it's impossible. Y'all would think Smarty's talking crazy shit. Smarty's just crazy. I don't believe him. Really? Why? Because I got a true connection to my father, and it's evident if you haven't fucking noticed. So, so in the chamber, the free energy devices that I'm working on, all of these different things, including the coins, because the coins have frequencies to heal. All of these things came from Dad. So if Dad had me make billions of dollars in coins, don't you think he's going to bring the people to buy them? Hello? He's the one that told me to do it. That means he's got an army of people getting ready to buy my shit.
There's always a reason that we don't always know. Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to tell y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to tell y'all.
Yeah. So exciting. So exciting. I feel like we're at a good point for today.
Yep, we are.
Yep. And I want to just say thank you for all you've done and all the stuff you're putting out to educate us and let us know what's going on. And for anyone that's new, go back and just watch the videos. They're indexed, but they're all fascinating.
Yep. That being said, make sure you follow me on Telegram too, because I'm always posting shit all day long that stimulates and have us all reinforcing and all that. And since you brought up that and I brought up Telegram, I'm going to look for Dr. WC's website where I first started talking about all this stuff.
It's on the Bubble Up channel. Bob and I downloaded it like a year ago. So
Okay.
all of those WC, well, Real Truth Calls that were on her website are on the Bubble Up channel. And
Right.
not all are with Dr. WC, not all are with you, but they're out there.
Yep. It's good to listen to her calls because she was educating people back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's how I met B. I met lots of great people on that call.
Yeah.
And because of that call and my experiences with the people on that call, they've helped make me what I am today.
Right.
And that's why I will always thank all of you guys. You all know I call y'all brothers and sisters. I don't say followers. We family. And I mean it because Dad made us all. And y'all also know that I don't give myself credit. It's all Dad. If I fuck something up, then I give myself credit for that because I fucked it up. but most of the time it's Dad. So
Yeah.
he's got me going a straight and narrow path where the things that he's gotten me to do is it can be someone. All right, man, I got you. It could be somewhat uncomfortable. However, it's necessary to the bigger picture. So, that being said, I have no choice but to continue to do what I'm doing, and he hasn't steered me wrong yet. So I will continue to do what we're doing and continue to train and bring in all the people Dad wants me to bring in, and everything and everyone has a purpose. Whether it's just for me to bring them in and see how much of a piece of shit they are and let them loose, that's cool. I'll do that shit too. That that being said, we got a lot of fun stuff getting ready to happen remember that waterfall I told you about a couple months? It's continuing. If you haven't noticed, all the information that Dad wants out is coming out, and then when we see it, we reinforce it again, right? Because that's how we manifest in this shit. That's it. Take what I'm saying serious. Learn the Jedi method. Tag along with us, and watch how fast we change things. With that being said, we out of here. Um, we're just gonna keep doing shit.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We all
All right,
appreciate
love you
it.
guys. Oh, and
Oh,
shout out to Move.
yeah.
There's another Move, another new hoodie. So it should be on the website if it's not. But you know, since 2024, the Move University help someone today. Let's go.
It was a very good year.
That's right. The full disclosure. Full disclosure. We have full disclosure. I don't know about the rest of the world. They sleeping somewhere. Where y'all at?